Hello. So, I don't know what's going on where my mind kept bugging me. It kept bugging me and bugging me and bugging me to make this video just to talk. My mind was like, hey, you should do this video where you should just sit and talk about whatever you want to talk about. And that was like 3 days ago. And then for a minute, I was just like, okay, whatever. I dismissed it. And lately, it's weird because I've been feeling like discouraged. I feel like we all want to start something, and then you get the what ifs in your head, like, oh, well, what if this doesn't work? What if this? What if that? Like, all of a sudden, we just get like real discouraged. Like, your mind just wants to give up on life. Your mind just wants to be like, woe is me. That's it, we're closing up shop, we're cooked. It's just not true. And by the way, as I'm gonna be talking to y'all, I'm gonna be making something. It's one of my own patterns, actually. The pattern that I made a while ago is the Minecraft pig. It's actually probably right now my bestseller pattern on Etsy. I recently did update this pattern too, to improve the quality and fix the various errors. And this pattern is actually available on my Etsy if y'all would like to snatch a copy, okay? So life has definitely been weird. It's definitely been kind of weird. Like, I know I'm not the only one. One moment you feel very happy, just busy, just doing like a bunch of things. Literally, in the next minute, your mind just tells you something like very negative, like, just give up. Or, you're not that good at what you do. You're behind in life. There's too many people doing what you do, etc. And it's kind of sad how our brain really works against us, and all we're just simply trying to do is literally like move forward. And I also feel like there's someone out there that also needs to hear this, to just let them know that you're not alone. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are actually feeling the same way that I'm feeling right now. What I want to encourage everyone out there that can relate to this right now, just know that eventually we're all going to figure it out. Like, we all gonna be good. We're all going to find our way. Right now, I think this is an opportunity that we can take to assess ourselves, figure out how we can improve. A lot of people just think that because they wasted time, or the path that they took, they figured out wasn't for them, they feel as though they failed and they get discouraged, because it's like, what now? Your brain can probably say like, oh yeah, no, we're cooked, it's over, we're done. We thought we was going up and we just hit this dead end, we just hit this brick wall. Now what do? I feel like if you discover that, and if you came to terms with, you know what, where I'm headed isn't really for me, I feel like that's a good thing, because you just realize something, and that can be a whole turning point for you to assess and actually start this journey into finding the way that is for you. And I feel like another thing is where it becomes uncertain, like how we're gonna go about life, how are we gonna succeed? We start like kind of freaking out, not knowing there's still opportunities to gain knowledge. There's still opportunities to learn. We should have that in our minds, that just because we don't know how to do something, we don't know where to start, doesn't mean that we're not going to figure it out, because we will figure it out. So in high school, which was like a million years ago, I was hanging out with some friends and they actually were into speed cubing. So they wanted to solve the Rubik's Cube in like the fastest time that they possibly can. And so for some reason, I've always wondered how you solve a Rubik's Cube. When I started watching like YouTube videos and my friends were trying to teach me how to solve it, I was clueless. Like, I didn't know where to start. I don't know like the algorithms. I didn't know anything. I didn't know that you could solve the first 2 layers of the cube intuitively. And so what I told myself, because your mind tends to be like, oh yeah, we can't solve this, give up. But instead, I told myself, hey, I may not know it now, but I am going to know it later. And not even 2 days later, I was able to solve the entire thing. And I gained a totally new perspective and realized when we first pick up a Rubik's Cube and we look at it, our mind is initially perceiving the Rubik's Cube as much harder to solve than it actually is. Because once you learn how to solve it, once you understand, it actually becomes pretty easy. And I feel like essentially that's how we view life too. At the beginning, it's like, how do we start? How do I go about this? How do I go about that? But I feel like we should all keep it in our heads. Right now, it seems like it's gonna be difficult, or it seems like it's intimidating. Once you just jump in and start doing it, over time, you're gonna understand and you're gonna find your way, and you are going to figure it out, just like I figured out how to solve this Rubik's Cube. So I just encourage you all to always try to seek the positive light. Always try to seek the positive side. Your mind is always going to want to perceive the negative things despite all of the positive things that you have done in your life. So I'm almost done with this leg here, and what I want to end with this video is this. Don't let a what if in your mind discourage you and cause you to be negative, feel negative, because if you're feeling negative, constantly being influenced by your negative thoughts, well, it's going to hinder your success in life. Stay encouraged. Don't feel discouraged, because that is what you must do. You have no other choice but to believe in yourself. And with that being said, I just finished my little piece here. I think recording this video was an interesting experience for me, because yes, I actually do like talking about subjects, and I actually do like connecting with people, because I am not the only one that's going through life. We are all going through life. We all feel these relatable things. And I feel like it's helpful to share it with one another so we can find ways to lift each other up. And that is it for this video. My name is Hook Vibes, and I will see y'all in the next video.